We're moving on to the next shelf here. Now right here on the end, we have the Joker's Funhouse set. We can see the Joker in his little roller coaster cart right here. He can go up and down this little track right there. So that's very cool. We have Batman on a motorcycle here. And we have the Riddler and Harley Quinn. That's Robin here being dunked into a little barrel. There's a better look at the entire funhouse. Moving on to the right, we have Spider-Man versus Dr. Octopus. We have Spider-Man standing on this building, getting ready to swing down to beat Dr. Octopus. We have Dr. Octopus in a little car here. And back here we have Iron Fist strapped down to a table. Moving on further right, we have Batman versus Mr. Freeze. We have a Batman, I think this is a submarine and ice Batmobile. We have a white Batman up top. I know it's a little hard to see him against the white wall. He's an all-white Batman, which is very cool. Right here we have the new Mr. Freeze. And in an ice block we have Aquaman. I know it's a little hard to see his face because it's tridents in there, but... Moving on, we have the Throne of Atlantis, I think this set is called. We have two little divers over there trying to go in. We have a octopus squid man guarding it, along with a giant squid up top, ready to go. And you can take this giant squid off of his little pedestal and use it just as a giant squid monster. Moving on, we have a Star Wars fighter ship. I believe these are like the Jedi starship fighters. There's a clone trooper in it right now. A clone pilot in it. So that's very cool. And on the very end here, we have some more castle goblin minions. There's a few goblins on the ground there, a giant troll. And in back here, we have a giant war machine goblin, a goblin war machine back here. Alright, we're going to move up to the final shelf up here. And this is the Lego Castle Goblin ship. This is very cool. Up top here we have a dwarf caught in a net. Down here we have an orc captain leading his men. We have a troll beating on some drums. A little prison cell. And we also have a ballista right here, which will fire these little missiles out. Now here we have a couple of Hero Factory villains. This guy is from the third wave of Hero Factory. He is based off of a wasp. I forget what his name was. But he's very cool. He's got 4 arms here. He has blades on these 2. Right here we have Scorpio, again from the third wave of Hero Factory. This is a giant scorpion robot, which is very cool. In the back here, this gray guy, his name is Tremor, I believe, and he is from the first wave of Hero Factory. He has a little turret here, can't see it too well. If you squeeze these 2 things together, it'll shoot that ball out. Over here we have another Hero Factory. This is from the third wave. I believe this guy's name is Fang. He's a giant cat or jaguar-like robot. Wolf. Anything you like, really. I think it's supposed to be like a saber-toothed cat or something. It's very cool. And in the back here, this yellow dude, this is Firebug from the second wave of Hero Factory. He has up here another ball blaster you can use to fire. You squeeze the two triggers together to fire that off. Right here we have Corroder from the first wave of Hero Factory. He has these two giant claws he can use, as well as another fire blaster. And over here we have Infernus, I believe his name is, again from the first wave of Hero Factory. He has a flamethrower and a fireball shooter. Very cool. We're gonna come back just a little bit to try and take as much of that in as we can. Now these were the main shell, these are the 4 main shells in my collection, but we still have a few more things to go over, so I'll be right back as I move on to the next area. Alright, right here on my desk we have a giant rock monster. Now this was from the Aqua Raiders series. I believe his name is the Rock King. It's very cool, very threatening. He has a lot of articulation, so you can pose him in multiple different ways. His hands will move. His mouth will open so you can stick some minifigures in there and have them eat them. Let me grab a minifigure real quick and test that out. Delicious. Alright, let's move on. Right up here on top of this little shelf we have some more Lego Batman stuff. Right here we have Batman on the Batpod, driving away from Harley Quinn in her giant hammer truck. This truck has a giant hammer which you can sling down on either side. It's very cool. Right here we also have some Indiana Jones stuff. This is from the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. It's Indiana Jones there. There's his son. And this thing over here, that's part of the Indiana Jones set as well. Right here we have Catwoman from Batman with a capped motorcycle. And those are from the original Lego Batman line. There's a Batman drag car. Has a little Gatling gun on front. That's also from the original Batman line. Also here from the original Batman line we have Killer Croc. I don't believe we've had a new Killer Croc figure yet in Lego, so it'll be interesting to see what they do with him. And back here we have the Bat Boat, which is in the Killer Croc set. Here's also Killer Croc's jet ski. Here's his little jet ski that comes in that set as well. There's the Bat Boat, and there's also a little Bat jet ski, which will detach, if you can see it there. Alright. We're going to move down just a little bit now. Down here we have the tree eating machine from Indiana Jones 4, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. What's cool with this thing is, as you move it forward, the blades will move, so you can cut down little Lego, thin Lego trees, or thin Lego objects with it. So that's very cool. And over here we have Indiana Jones, the Temple of the Ark. This is a scene from Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. We have Indiana Jones and Mary finding the Ark of the Covenant right there, which is very cool. And another cool thing is you can move these red things out of the way and knock these statues over, which is very cool. Moving up just a little bit, we're going to look at some more Legos right here. Now we have some just random miscellaneous figures around here. There's this guy. He kind of looks like a Wall-E to me from Disney Pixar, but he's not. This is a little robot dude that came in a Lego Mars set, I believe. I'm not really sure. It was one of the little polybag sets, so I'm not entirely sure what he's called. But he's really cool, so I like him. We have a battle-damaged Darth Vader right there. We have some Rock Raider guys throughout here. A little Rock Raider monster. Another Rock Raider there. And we also have Darth Vader's apprentice, Star Killer. Right there. And right here, this giant ship you're seeing is the Rogue Shadow from The Force Awakens Star Wars video game. This is the ship that Darth Vader's apprentice Star Killer uses throughout most of the game. And back here we have another Rock Raider vehicle. With this, you can turn these little knobs to move the claws. Very cool. Alright, we only have 2 more shelves to go over and then we're done. I'll be right back while I get... Alright, now we're at my Aqua Raider shelf. Everything on this shelf is Aqua Raiders. So we're going to move from right to left to look at all this. Right, so right here we have an Aqua Raider with his scuba machine here. Alright, this is my Aqua Raider shelf. Everything on this shelf is Aqua Raiders. So, right here we have 2 Aqua Raiders. This one has a little submarine guided machine here, while this one's driving a little excavation machine. We have some sea snakes right there. Little rock formation. There's a treasure chest with some gold and gems inside. Over here we have a giant anglerfish facing off against an Aqua Raider machine. Down here we have another rock formation, another Aqua Raider submarine machine. Some rock formations, a few Aqua Raider guys facing off against this giant lobster. Right here we have another rock formation with some gems in it. Right here we have the giant Aqua Raider shark. Here we have one of the bigger Aqua Raider battle machines. I think this is the set that... I think this machine comes with the shark. They came in the same set. Then right here we have a giant crab facing off against the Aqua Raiders submarine base. Very cool. I'm going to step back just a little bit so you can look at that shelf better. Very cool. Now we're going to go 1 shelf down to look at the final shelf. Alright, so right here we have Sam, Frodo, and Gollum minifigures versus Caleb the Spider. You can see Gollum back there in the little rock formation with the fish. We have Frodo there with the 1 ring, and Sam there. Moving on right, we have the Daily Bugle Spider-Man set. We have Doctor Doom and Nova facing off on the ground there. J. Jonah Jameson outside taking a picture. And up top we have Spider-Man and the Beetle facing off against each other. Daily Bugle is a really cool set. I really like this. It's really big and it's super nice. Over here we have Loki on a Chitauri battle skiff. He's sitting there while the Chitauri is driving it along. Right here we have Iron Man and Thor preparing to take on Loki. Right here we have the Quinjet set. We have Black Widow driving. Now this is one of my favorite sets. This is a seriously awesome set here. Even has an entire interior built. I don't know how to get it off quickly, so can't show it to you. But anyway, it's an awesome set. It's incredible. And finally, we move on to our final set, which is the new Man-Bat Escape. We have Man-Bat minifigure, a new Nightwing minifigure, and Batman with a Bat helicopter. Very, very cool. We're gonna just move on back just a little bit. See that shelf more? Very cool. I want to thank everybody for watching this video. If you liked my room tour, be sure to check out our other videos where we do surprise eggs and toy unboxings and blind bags. Thanks for watching this, everybody. I hope you enjoyed it. So, goodbye.